What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here again on NBA 2K25, and today we're once again talking about the Jimmy Butler situation. We're still getting a bunch of stories from that whole ordeal right now, and apparently Jimmy Butler really wants to land on the Phoenix Suns, and I kind of avoided ever doing a video on it because I just don't see a chance that is ever going to happen, but I'm caving in today. We're going to make it happen in 2K, and we're going to be doing a hypothetical Jimmy Butler Suns rebuild. Like I said, the odds of this happening I think are very slim, but it should be fun for entertainment purposes anyway. So let's jump in and do a Jimmy Butler Suns rebuild in 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So I'll be honest with y'all. You can look at the trade currently in front of you, and you might be looking at this saying, what the hell? Because that's what I'm thinking. Because again, I don't ever think this is going to happen. It just doesn't seem likely. Bradley Beal with his no trade clause makes this a huge, massive problem. And the Suns barely have anything to offer anyway at this point. We all know what they've done. Matt Ishbia, while he seemed like the best thing that ever happened to them for a little bit, he's become the worst thing that's ever happened to them at the same time. They're going to be an absolute dumpster fire here soon once things all cave in and hit the fan. And it's just going to be... But they're going to be in a very horrible situation for years to come, more than likely. The one thing they do have is Devin Booker, so maybe he could save them somehow. But I don't know, man. But here is the idea. So I guess basically Miami is going to get out of Jimmy Butler's contract. They don't have to do it with Bradley Beal. The Pistons, who are doing okay right now, maybe buy on Bradley Beal. But is Bradley Beal ever going to waive his no trade clause to go to Detroit? Probably not. Like I said, this is more than likely not going to happen. So do not take this trade super serious. I can see you getting mad already if you're a fan of one of these teams. This is literally for entertainment purposes only. I do not stand by this trade. I do not think it's a good one. I do not think it's going to happen either. But we're going to go ahead and make Jimmy Butler, like everyone declined anyway. We're going to make Jimmy Butler a Phoenix Sun, and we'll see how much that solves the Pistons, or sorry, not the Pistons, the Suns' problems. So yeah, very interesting to say the least. So we're going to move Bradley Beal to shooting guard for the Pistons, by the way, as well. As he's listed as small forward in this roster. But now you have Durant, Booker, and Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler, it seems like the main thing Butler wants nowadays is to get paid. I thought, he'd want to win, but apparently he wants to get paid, and who better than Matt Ishbia to pay the man? So I don't know how this is truly going to go, but if you look at the rotation for the rest of the season, it's going to be Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Durant, Nurkic, Mason Plumlee, Grayson Allen, Ryan Dunn, and Josh Okogie as your rotation. So we'll see how this all turns out. I don't know if Jimmy Butler is going to change any fortune for this team, at least in 2K, but we'll simulate the season anyway and see how it goes. But basically, the goal is we're going to try to win a championship with Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. We're not going to have a gigantic window to do this. We don't have assets. We barely have anything to offer, but we're going to try to make it happen anyway. So I will see y'all at the end of year one. The Suns might make another trade, don't get me wrong. But we'll see kind of what happens. Well, when Jimmy Butler gets extended, his money might be a little bit cheaper next year, because I assume I don't know if he'll accept the player option or not. It'd probably be in his best interest to accept it, but he wants a long-term deal, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys at the end of year one, and whatever our record ends up being, we'll live with it, I guess. So Shea wins MVP, Alexander Sarge Rookie of the Year, Naz Reid Sixth Man, Wemby Defensive Player, and Ahmed's Most Improved, Jokic Clutch Player, and Mark is your Coach of the Year, and John Murphy is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, and All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So no Phoenix Suns, unfortunately. All-Offensive first team and All-Defensive second team. So we are the 7th seed in the Western Conference. So we take a look at the player stats. You had 25 from Devin Booker, 23 from Durant, 16 from Jimmy Butler, 12 from Grayson Allen, and 10 and 5 from Tyus Jones, 9 from Royce O'Neal. So we get the Warriors in the plans, which should be fairly interesting. Let's also shrink this down to a 50 bench utilization, so that should make things maybe a little bit better in the playoffs. We'll see. But yeah, Royce O'Neal got healthy and joined the rotation, so that left Josh Okogie out, unfortunately. But let's see how this goes. So we're going to simcast, because I want to see this team make the playoffs, clearly, because we're trading for Jimmy Butler. We want to see somewhat of success. Golden State struggling in their own right as well, and it looks like as long as we hang on, we are going to the playoffs. So 33 from Booker, 24 from Durant, 24 from Durant and Butler. So same thing. But now we draw the Mavericks in round one. So Luka and Devin Booker square off once again. That should be very much, it should be very, very fun. But as we're all aware, Booker and Luka are not very fond of each other. And more than likely, this is going to result in us losing to Dallas because Luka Doncic is a different animal in 2K25. He's a good player in real life too, and we get absolutely torched in the first round once again, just like they got torched by the Timberwolves last year. So not a great sign, but like I said, no matter what frustration Durant, Booker, or anybody has, we're keeping the big three together. So just gonna make sure nobody retires on us. I don't think they're gonna retire anyway, but just had to double check. So LeBron is actually gonna stick in the league again for another year. But for the lottery process, what's the lottery? We're not gonna know any draft picks for years to come. Wizards get number 1, and then our pick goes to the Brooklyn Nets. So staff signing Mike Budenholzer. We'll leave him as the head coach. I mean, I don't think you can fire a head coach again. I guess you can, but I'm gonna leave Budenholzer for now. So the one player that needs to go is Nurk. You need to upgrade the center position somehow. Don't know if you're able to do that, but Nurkic needs to go. So they're done with Nurkic. Just, they're really over Nurkic anyway. The Charlotte Hornets want to give me Nick Richards, which I'd absolutely take that. I mean, like I said, more than likely, the Suns are screwed. Like, at the end of the day, the Suns are screwed, I think, no matter what they do. But I'm going to pretend they're not today. So, because no one wants Nurkic's contract, I promise you that. I'm surprised Portland was ever able to get off of it. Zach Collins is interesting, but I low-key want to do the Nick Richards one instead because we saved so much money there, which might give us some flexibility. So I am going to target Charlotte Hornets, and we only have 1 pick to offer, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. So Nurk is headed to Charlotte while we give them a second-round pick on top of it for Nick Richards. So sign me up for that first trade. I am down, and dude, it's actually kind of insane to just look at your draft pool, your draft picks, and have nothing to show. Absolutely insane. Like, look at these originally owned picks. They're just all gone, bro. Every single one of them is just gone. Crazy. But all right, let's go to rookie signing, even though we're not going to be signing any rookies, obviously. Player options, we got, let's see. We have Jimmy Butler, who actually accepts his player option, so he'll be making $52 million. I was kind of hoping he'd obviously decline it, and then we'd be able to sign him to a cheaper deal. Which I actually think is probably what might happen in real life, but I guess, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if he did accept the $52 million. But I guess the idea is if Jimmy Butler were to, actually accept a cheaper contract, he'd be making $30 million, which is $20 million under what he'd be making right now. So we're gonna pretend that Jimmy Butler did not accept his player option. He gives the Suns some flexibility to build around this big three. So we're actually gonna get it to where he will have a 3-year, like $110 million or something like that. So something along the lines of that, where he's making like $30 million instead. I guess it'd be 3-year, 90. I don't know, something along the lines of that. So that's what we're gonna pretend that Jimmy Butler did for us because we need flexibility. The second apron is no joke, as we all are aware. And if Jimmy Butler has that $52 million player option, we're definitely over it. We might still be over it with this. I'm not actually 100% sure, but dumping Nurkic's contract should have helped. So we're gonna pretend that happened. So let's do that. And then let's go. So let's see. Are we under the second apron now? No, not even close, bro. Unless if there's like some cap. I guess we can renounce this, I think, and then that would save us some money. So you might be, now we still aren't under it in that scenario. So you maybe have to dump Grayson Allen. I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. So we are over the second apron, which is why the Suns are screwed, honestly. But we have Jimmy Butler, Ryan Dunn, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, Royce O'Neal, and then Ogudaro and Nick Richards. So, I mean, we could technically have a full rotation at least, but definitely some more work could be used for this team. So we have Beverly, who, not even in the NBA anymore. Monte Morris. It doesn't look like we have the ability to re-sign Tyus Jones. We could sign Mason Plumlee back, but probably Vince Williams would probably be a solid addition at this point. You got to take what you can get here. So Vince Williams will sign a nice little cheap deal. I think we do it. So let's do that. Get Vince Williams under contract. And then Grayson Allen's probably going to have to be who we use to get another good player here. And I don't know if anybody's just going to want Grayson Allen, but we'll see if anything pops up for him. I actually like this a lot. So we're going to do this with the Orlando Magic. So the Magic are going to get themselves another shooter, which in Grayson Allen, which I think they'd value. And then we get Cole Anthony at our point guard spot. So Cole Anthony, not someone I trade for very often, but I can live with it. It's going to save us a little bit of money as well. So we're going to do this with the Magic. It's just a straight up swap. So Cole Anthony for Grayson Allen. We kind of have a point guard there now with Cole Anthony. So you have Devin Booker. And then we're going to have to move, obviously, these guys around a little bit. So Jimmy will be at the 3, Durant at the 4, Royce O'Neal. And Nick Richards and Ogudaro is still going to have to be our center rotation for now. And then you'll have, like I said, we'll be moving like whether Vince Williams, Ryan Dunn, or Okogie. Okogie's probably going to have to be, Vince Williams is only 6'4", too. Probably won't have a backup point guard that's going to have to be like Devin Booker running that a little bit, which his secondary position is already at shooting guard. So yeah, I don't know if we did anything too crazy to just sit here and say, okay, now we're about to go win a championship or whatever. That's just not what this team looks like right now. But Ryan Dunn being up to an 80 helps. We got Vince Williams and we got Cole Anthony. So Cole Anthony didn't develop into anything special. Ogudaro went up. That's great. Richards is 78. So it's a situation, man. It's not great, but we're trying to make it work, and we'll see if we can continue on doing that. But I'll see you guys in rotation for year number 2. Got to the playoffs last year, but got swept very easily. So we'll see if this year will be any different, although I highly doubt it. So Power Ranking has us at 7th overall, which is pretty good. We're also 4.5 proficiency with this roster currently, so that feels decent. But shot tendencies, of course, are Durant and Booker are going to be the guys to score here clearly. Butler can go up to like an 83 or something like that. And then is there anybody else? Like Cole Anthony is a 73, I think is fine too. So yeah, I can rock with that. I mean, 4.5 proficiency isn't bad for the roster we currently hold right now. So Cole Anthony, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Durant, Nick Richards, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal, Vince Williams, and Iguodaro. So we'll see how this goes. I'm optimistic about this season. I think things could potentially go well, but also things could go extremely bad as well. So let's see what our second apron situation is. So yeah, we're definitely still over it for sure. But maybe Durant gets cheaper in the offseason. We'll have a Kogi and Richards on expire. I mean, that's not going to make things easier. Probably won't have to resign a Kogi. So I don't know. We'll see, man. Once we resign Durant, obviously things will get a lot more expensive. But maybe if we announce the Nurkic trade exception, we might be under the second apron. I don't know if trade exceptions account. Actually, I think they do. That's interesting. Can I renounce a trade exception right now? I have no idea if I can do that right now. I don't think so. No, but it is interesting to have those at least. So maybe we can use those to our advantage. I mean, we have no draft picks to offer though, so I don't really know if that really. We have one, I guess now. But all right, we'll just kind of see how this season goes. I'm kind of expecting a bad season again, but so far off to a decent start. So maybe we have a better season than I even thought. So year number 2 goes better than I ever thought it could, to be honest with you. I made sure that like Booker, Durant, and Butler didn't regress too much, because like when you do these videos with these old players, you stand no chance in 2K. You just don't. So you guys kind of saw an example of it in the Warriors video yesterday. But this season went surprisingly well. Miami got Cooper Flag, which I wasn't even paying attention to the draft really, but that's interesting they got him. Where did he get drafted? Did Miami just have... I didn't even realize Miami got that high of a pick. Shout out to him. Luka's MVP, of course. Giddy, 6-man, Wemby defensive player. Most improved goes to Scoot, who just had a great game last night. Shea Clutch player, and just kid coach of the year, and Jordan Hobson is your executive. So, all NBA first team. I'm expecting to see one of our players on here. I'm not going to lie to you, but we don't. Quite surprised by that, and I'll show you why in just a second. But offensive first team, anything? No, not at all. A little shocked, but man, this season went good. We're the second seed in the Western Conference. You guys kind of saw we got off to a hot start. We avoid Dallas until probably the conference finals, if we get there, that is. But not bad at all. I was kind of wanting to extend Durant at the extension deadline. He didn't want to speak about it. So, not bad, though. 13 from Cole Anthony, 19 from Butler, 26 from Durant, and then 31 from Devin Booker. 8 and 9 from Richards, and then 7 from Iguodaro. Maybe getting rid of Nurkic really helped out. I'm not sure, but hoping to go far in these playoffs. We do draw Houston in round 1. Who have Reed Shepard, Jalen Green, Amon, Jabari, Şengün, Tari Eason. So Houston, and they got Capella back, but Houston's the kind of epitome of like a team with a young roster that 2K loves. So this is going to be an early challenge for us, but we need to get a playoff series win under our belt, man. We really do. So game 1 goes to Houston. Not a great start. But we do even it up. We got to get one in Houston, and we do. Can we get the other one? And we don't. Okay, so we got a game 5 ahead of us. But at least we're not getting swept. We could say that at the very least right now, because that has been an issue the last 2 years in the first round. Right now, we're in it to win it. So if we can hang on to a game 5 victory, that would be, we let up. But we will hang on. So we're going to get back on the lead. Cole Anthony's been a surprising, really good addition for this team. Efficiency from 3 hasn't been there, and he wasn't... I mean, the playoffs, he's been efficient, though. 35% I'll take from him compared to the 25% in the regular season. And he shot 30%. Wow. Just absolutely awful, man. 2K does not have Cole Anthony as a good player in 2K at all. Damn. But all right. Well, let's see if we can win game 6. We're going to simcast game 6 as well, because I just think that just gives us better luck. I don't want to go to a game 7 in a simcast scenario, but we might be going home here. Or sorry, not going home, but we might be going to a game 7. So game 7 is going to happen, and we will listen to 2K suggestions, I guess. They want to put in a Kogi over Iguodaro, but I just want Iguodaro to keep playing. I prefer to have a backup 5 in here. So let's see if that will work in our favor. So, all right, game 7 in Phoenix. Can we please get out round 1? That would be amazing if we can. We have the lead now. Just got to hang on to it. Outscoring them in the fourth quarter, and we will be golden. We outscore them in the second half, and we're on to the second round. 20 from Cole Anthony. Like I said, man, regular season, not very good, but in the playoffs, he's been pretty damn good efficiency-wise compared to what he was doing in the regular season. So I'll absolutely take that uptick that he's been giving us. But now we draw the team that swept us a couple years ago, which is the Minnesota Timberwolves. We have Anthony Edwards, Zach Collins, Rudy Gobert, DiVincenzo, Randall McDaniels, and Rob Dillingham. So this will be a challenge, as we all are aware. Game 1 does go to us to start things off, so we win by 11 there. So far, so good. 2-0 start, but they're probably going to get back in this, aren't they? Yeah, so we got a 2-2 series on our hands. Now, we're in a game 5 back at home, so every team has won at home every time so far. Can we change or keep that going here? No, Minnesota's looking to change that. They're going to beat us by 9. So we have to win on the road. As they always say, a series doesn't start till the road team wins, and they have done that. But we need to return the favor. They're on our ankles right now, though, so I'm not confident we're going to hang on to this lead here. There's a 99% chance we're about to blow this if I had to guess. Oh, gosh, I don't like this. This is way too close for comfort. There it is. A minute 32 left on the clock. I'm trying to force a game 7 here. I'm going to see if I can jump in with a minute 30 and be clutch here. The odds of me clutching this up are probably pretty slim. You guys know my 2K skill is just not there. We're playing against Anthony Edwards, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm already prepared for blowing this probably. I thought he was going to shoot that mid-range, but he didn't. We need to stop here. We're down 1. They're going to get a screen from Gobert. I fight over the screen. McDaniels could be the one that chucks his shot up. That is totally fine with me, but I'm jumping too early, and I'm freaking stupid. 109 and 112. It's fine. We're chilling still. We're chilling. Come on. Got to get an easy basket here. We do have Gobert in the paint. I'm going to get a screen from Durant. We're going to go to Durant, and can I get this layup in? No. I mean, and Edwards played good defense there, so unfortunately, we might be choking this away, it looks like. I guess we'll be on Randall. Is Durant playing small ball 5 for us right now against Gobert? It looks like that is what's happening currently, which is very interesting, I guess, but maybe that's what we want. I mean, it actually might work. Okay, so Anthony Edwards, I mean, he was contested for a second, but thankfully he's going to miss that. All right, so we are still in this one. Why is everybody running away from the ball? I mean, I guess it's because they're not, obviously. All right, let's see if we can't get a situation. I'm going to go Durant 3. Please get in there, and it's not going to go down. 109, 112, and that's probably going to be all she wrote. So we're going to get eliminated in round 2, it looks like. Kevin Durant, the small ball 5 was very interesting. I really wanted Kevin Durant to kind of give us that last screen, and we were going to do like a pick and pop thing, but unfortunately, the center is now in, Nick Richards. So Edwards, we're going to have to foul him. He's probably going to be clutch to the free throw line if I had to guess. So we'll try to go hit a 3 after he hits these free throws, but more than likely, we lost this series. I mean, it would have had to have been 2 straight for us anyway. So getting to round 2 is better than the last 2 years have been, but the expectation of this team, obviously, as we all know, is very high. But technically not over. All we got to do is hit a 3, and the game can still be up for grabs. So we'll try to hit a 3 here. We're going to go to D-Book in this situation this time. See if we can get an open look. That is not an open look at all, bro. I honestly thought I had an open look, and I just didn't whatsoever. So let me just get out of here, guys. We took the L. And the Minnesota beat us in 6. Let's go see who wins it all. So it's going to be the Spurs and the Knicks in the finals, and it'll be Wembanyama and the Spurs. So got to the second round. Jimmy Butler's calling it a career, but we're going to make sure he comes back for at least 1 more year, man. We got to make this at least a 3-season rebuild. So to the lottery we go, although we don't have a pick here. So can we make like one last trade to potentially put us in a position to maybe do something? I don't know. Like firing Mike Budenholzer, I don't think does anything, because honestly, we were actually pretty good under him in the regular season. So I'm going to leave him as the head coach. I don't think we have, no draft picks. We do have 1 first we can offer in a trade, but Cole Anthony will probably end up accepting, although declining him for flexibility does become an interesting question. And I am going to, because overall, the regulars in the playoffs, he stepped up, but overall, he's not an efficient player. So we get off his contract entirely. So let's just try that and see what the flexibility becomes. We know Durant's going to have to be re-signed. There he has a big offer from the Dallas Mavericks, but I'm about to say, do we have money for Luka Doncic? Like, do we swap out Durant for Luka? It would be crazy to make that happen, but you know, we probably can't make that happen. We don't have enough money for that because Luka still wants a little bit more money. But it would overall be a better fit with this roster, technically. But yeah, probably more than likely can't do that. So Nick Richards has to be brought back, which we will do. So he's going to make a little bit more money under our books. Okogie will not bring back. Cole Anthony, we probably have to bring back, and then Durant obviously has to be brought back. So don't remember how much Durant was making exactly, but I think this might be cheaper than what he was making earlier. I could be totally wrong on that. But we're actually not as number one offer right now. We need to come in higher, unfortunately. So let's see if we can change this somehow, because I want to keep Durant, but I also want to have flexibility somehow to do something this offseason. So let's make it 49.5. There's no trade clause change anything, because I'm not going to trade him if I bring him back. Still is not his number one offer. So Dallas is coming. Why do you want to lose Luka Doncic, Dallas? Are you not going for Luka freaking Doncic? You're not. What are you doing, dude? You got to keep your franchise player. Okay, so they're going in on Durant. So let's try this again. Maybe we go 3-year deal. Because I can't lose Durant. I know he wants to go back home to where he's from, or I guess where he went to college. Not from there, but let's see. Can I bring it up to 50 on the dot? Flat, no trade clause. What do you say? What do you say, Durant? What do you think now about that offer? Still not a someone offer. Okay, we have to come in. All right, it's enough. It's enough. We can't screw around anymore. We have to come in with the max, which sucks because Dallas is contesting us for our boy, but losing him would be kind of a disaster. So let's just bring him the most. Wow, dude, not really what I wanted to give him, to be honest with you. Let's say we bring it down. I mean, yeah, let's just stop screwing around. Just give him what he wants. Should be the number one offer now if I had to guess. And yeah, finally get over the Mavericks. Okay, so we've already made our offer to Nick Richards as well because he's pretty important. So Durant, Nick Richards will bring back. I still want to keep tabs on Cole Anthony right now. Yeah, that is all done. Okay, that's good. We can renounce Josh Okogie. I don't think I'm bringing him back. I'm also going to renounce the trade exception. So that looks good. Now, I want to see what our flexibility situation is currently after that. So we actually are into the second apron now. And the only contract, I mean, we have a couple, like, we can maybe combine Vince Williams, Royce O'Neal, and a first to do something. I don't know what that would bring me, but that might be the thing we do here. I guess point guard would be the target or center. So point guard or center is the target here. One of those positions. So let's see if we can make something happen for a guy that's making that little of money. So that's going to be about what, like $14 million combined. We'll go 15 to be safe, and I'll see if I can find anything that we can make happen for that. I don't know if we will, but we're going to try. I have the perfect player right now. I just do not know if the Magic would accept this. I'm going to see if I get Anthony Black. He's about to be paid a lot of money after this, but he's only making $10 million right now, and they can't accept more money. Wow, that's kind of a disaster. So I don't know if Russell, yeah, that's not going to get it done. We need to turn off trade override, by the way. That was from the beginning of the video. I just haven't done a trade since. First and a second, they say no. So let me go ahead and turn off trade override because it's going to distract me the whole time I'm trying to do this. But yeah, Anthony Black was my first kind of idea. We also could just kind of use the trade finder really quickly to kind of see. And then one thing that might help as well, then I even think about this, move Royce O'Neal to small forward, he might even make his value even higher. So if we move Royce O'Neal, Vince Williams, and a first out of here, I'm looking for a point guard or a center, and I don't know if anything like that's going to pop. Like Pippen in a first is cool, but Anthony Black would be perfect right now. I just don't think the Magic are going to make that happen for us, unfortunately. They can't take more money anyway. So let's say Vince Williams again, Royce O'Neal. And then another player who's interesting is Scoot off the Blazers, but I doubt they'd do this. They want to counter, but we obviously can't do something like that for this video. So a second... yeah, we can't do that. So Scoot would have been interesting. We can't make that happen either. So we'll go back to the Magic for Anthony Black and see what they say. But we're going to have to take like maybe a little bit of something off of them. So does like Alan Bernard. I don't think this would do it. Iguodala for Peyton Watson. Okay, we can actually maybe do something here. I didn't want to trade Iguodala, but I mean, Ryan Dunn... I'm going to do it, dude. Getting Anthony Black could be huge. He'd be exactly what we kind of need the point guard situation. I hate to trade Iguodala, but we got to make something happen here. And Peyton Watson's no slouch either. Getting him is actually kind of a steal in this trade too. So welcome Anthony Black to the point guard situation. So now we have Anthony Black, Devin Booker. I mean, he'd be the perfect caliber point guard that the Suns need. So I like that a lot. Butler, Ryan Dunn, Kevin Durant, Peyton Watson, and Nick Richards. So I can rock with that. We also can move Peyton Watson to the 3 and move Ryan Dunn to the 4 because Ryan Dunn's a little bit taller. And Nick Richards still our starting center, but he kind of has to be. So backup 5 is going to have to be like Kevon Looney or Drummond or something, which is fine. But I can rock with that. I think that gives us a chance next year. I really do. We'll see if it does, but that's the best I think we could have came up with this offseason. Cole Anthony also can be brought back now, too, as a backup. So former Magic guards back together, so that looks good. Josh Okogie, do we need him is the question. Do we need him? Yes, we can. We could use him at the shooting guard spot. So we'll do that. We'll sign Josh Okogie back as long as we're able to. Or I guess it's not his bird rights. It just says we can still sign him. Or, oh, no, he's still there. Boom. Okay. So bring back Okogie. And you know what, man? I think this has a chance. Let's see what player progression looks like for Anthony Black because he should develop nicely. He's up to it. He didn't develop as much as I thought he would, but 83 is still fine. Ryan Dunn's up to an 82. I can live with that. So I will see you guys with the rotation for year number 3. But I think we've done the best that we possibly could have done with the circumstances we have currently. We'll see if it all works out for probably this upcoming final season because not a lot more wiggle room for this to work. So the rotation for year number 3 is as followed. You got Anthony Black, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Durant, Nick Richards, Ryan Dunn, Peyton Watson, Josh Okogie, and Cole Anthony. Looks pretty solid. It does leave Looney out, but we can run a 10-man rotation to get him some minutes too. To way we have a backup center. Really sucked to have sacrificed Iguodaro. Actually kind of curious to see how much he went up to because he might have been massive here. He's up to a 79 overall. So yeah, I really hated losing him, but I think getting Anthony Black is going to help out a ton. We'll see if it does. 3rd power ranking once again. So, I mean, proficiency's high again. I think we'll be on to something. We'll see. Hoping for another good record like we had in the regular season. Anthony Black should help us out a little bit more in the postseason defensively. We'll see how it all ends up. But I think we've done the best we possibly could have with this situation. We'll see if it all pays off. Another MVP award for Luka Doncic. Boozer is your Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey is your 6th-man Wemby Defensive Player. And most improved goes to Devin Carter. Paul is your Clutch Player. And Sean Sweeney is your Coach of the Year. And Thomas McKinney, Executive of the Year. As you guys can see, 57-25 on the season. Not too shabby. All-NBA first team. Do we finally get a Suns representative somehow? Still have not gotten one today, which is pretty crummy, but whatever. So we are the 2nd seed once again. We got New Orleans, Denver, Houston, Memphis. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't want to deal with any of those teams in the first round. I have a bad feeling about it. So player stats wise though, you have 25 from Mr. Devin Booker, 25 from Durant, 21 for Jimmy Butler, 10 for Cole Anthony, 10 for Peyton Watson, and 8 from Anthony Black. So let's see who will be the matchup. It will be Jokic and the Nuggets. So obviously it sounds weird to be saying this, but I think I'd rather be playing them than New Orleans or Houston. Don't know why, but New Orleans just gets scary as you go further along. I think Trey Johnson beat us yesterday, if I remember correctly. So Denver feels a little bit better, but as I'm saying that, watch, they're going to kick my ass now. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully we can win a first-round series again. So game 1, they beat us by 1, but we do even the series. Beat them by 25 that time. We got to get 1 on the road. If we don't, we're in trouble. Oh boy, here it goes. We're on a down 3-1 slope right now. We have to dig deep if we want back in this series. I don't know if it's going to happen, man. Jokic is not blowing a 3-1 lead if I had to guess. But one game at a time. We get this one. We win this one. Things become interesting. I'll say that at the very least. You know, one thing we also can do and go to a 9-man rotation. They want to start Looney, maybe for his rebounding. I don't know. But give me a win here and let me make things interesting. Come on. Come on, 2K gods. Let me get a win on the road to force a game 7. And we're going to get it, man. Game 7 is happening. So I would love to see if we can finally beat the Timberwolves for a 3rd time or 3rd attempt. And we might actually do it. Jokic might actually do it. Please hang on to the lead. Do not get them back in this game. I did not get this far. It's going to be close, of course. Why would it not be? Just hang on to the lead, please. Oh, boy. This is close, man. Please hang on. 121-25. The 4-point game. You know, I almost want to jump in just to make sure this isn't blown. Which might be counterintuitive because knowing me, I'd probably blow it. But we're going to see. We have the ball. And we just got to make sure we hit shots. All right. So I'm going to take layup attempts, whatever it takes. But we got to make sure we put points in the basket right now. So that is not going to be a shot attempt we like. So let's go to Durant. And Durant is going to go over Michael Porter Jr. Oh, gosh. I'm already starting it, ain't I? All right. Anthony Black guarding the Anthony Melton. Don't let Jokic score on us, and I'm fine. All right, the Anthony Melton has the ball at the top. Schroeder 3. That's not going down. Okay, we're fine. Just, it's okay, guys. Just breathe. Oh, Booker's got a wide open layup. Come on, hit this. Oh, I was about to say 124, 127. Let's get it. All right, needed that in the worst way possible. Gotta lock in now. Defensively, we get a stop, we can win the game. Just gotta get a stop. They're going down to Jokic. Looney has no shot of stopping him. Holy crap. All right, 126 to 127. Just gotta lock in here. We're gonna go to Booker again. And let's see if we can just get around Schroeder. Schroeder cannot. Okay, that's going to be reaching on them, so that's going to send us to free throw line. I was about to say, I got another wide open basket or layup in my grasp here. So 37 seconds left. Not being able to get a stop just yet. Low key, kind of wish I just put in Nick. Okay, we put in 2. I was about to say, I thought we missed that free throw. But we need to, we got to get a stop here. So Jamal Murray is going to have the basket. They're going to go to Jokic here. I can't afford leave Jamal Murray open, but I'm gonna try, and that's exactly what I just did, and I pay for it. I was trying to finesse a double team, and I'm gonna pay for doing it. But thankfully Booker has been pretty good down here, so let's just attack the basket again, and it goes down. There we go. 129, 131. Just don't allow a 3. I don't care. Jokic could go one-on-one with Looney. I don't care. Just don't allow a 3 to go in. Booker, we're gonna guard Jamal Murray. No 3s, man. Just no 3s for them to win the game. They could tie it, but they cannot hit a 3 to win this game. So I'm going to lock in on Jamal Murray. They're going to try to screen me. Yo, Jamal Murray's going down. You know what? I'm not even going to switch. That's, you know what? That's a bailout. And I'll take that shot every single time. We won. Let's go. Okay, that was scary, but we did it. Jokic bailed us out because if he would have just attacked instead of settled for that, we're more than likely going to overtime. But you know what? A win is a win. Let's get to the next round. All right, man. Here is our 3rd chance at Minnesota. One of those chances, of course, being in real life. Can we get them? That is what I'm wondering. So Nick Richards back in the lineup. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Oh boy. Can we do this on the Timberwolves? No, don't blow a 3-0 lead now. Beat them at 5. Okay. And now we draw Dallas, which they beat us earlier in the video. They don't have Kyrie Irving anymore. They do have Jaren Jackson, though, and Sexton. So Luka still exists as well, by the way. So this isn't going to be no easy thing. But we're down 1-0. We even it up. Okay. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. All right. Simcast has to come into play now. Game 5 on the road in Dallas. They're going to win this one. They're blowing us out unless we get back in it. Hey, we're slowly kind of behind them, but I don't think we're ever going to get the lead here. We don't. So kind of made it interesting there for a second. Game 6 at home to force a Game 7 back to Dallas. Going to be a close one. We have the lead right now. They're going to take it back and forth. Please hang on. And we're going to lose in the conference finals to the Dallas Mavericks. So as far as we got was the conference finals, and we lose to Luka and the Mavericks, man. I think the last 3 videos, we've been kind of in a championship rut, but that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I feel really good about how this video went, though. I did my very best with the Jimmy Butler situation in Phoenix. Again, I am not a proponent of thinking this is actually going to happen, but the NBA is a weird league, as we all know. So who knows? Maybe it does somehow happen. Thank you all for watching. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.